The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we just asked the question to you, like, who's a bit much in your life? Whatever that means to you. Like, they just go overboard or the things they do. And it's going to relate to this story I talk about going out to Darien, the Hinsdale South High School boys basketball team. And we've talked about this story a little bit, but there's kind of been a development this week that's gone on with it. So I want to recap a little bit, Kenzie, with you and Case on this story. So if you remember, there was a player that got cut, and his family is suing because he's really good, and they think he got cut in retaliation.
Oh, that's right.
Remember that story?
Yeah.
So players and supporters have rallied in the defense of the coach that's there now, okay? And his name is Belcaster, Coach Belcaster, Michael Belcaster. And he's the coach that cut this kid, Brendan Savage, who is one of the best players. I hope I'm not overstepping there. He's really good. He's got all conference stats on him. He scores well. A two-time All-West Suburban Gold Conference selection through 2 varsity seasons. He's not even a senior. He was cut right before his senior year. And they think it's in retaliation to him complaining about bullying by the coach last year, who's a different coach, by the way. Now, what this coach did last year, and he got fired or left in a situation, that coach, his name was Moretti, Coach Moretti at Hinsdale South Varsity Boys. And if somebody knows the situation, like that goes to school, their kids go, or you know it, you probably know what I'm talking about. If I'm getting any facts wrong, please let me know. This came from WGN. But he thinks he's getting cut for complaining about being bullied by the coach last year of comments that crossed the line. Now, here's what that coach did to Brendan, this poor kid, when he complained about his knee hurting because he had a knee injury. The coach said this in a meeting. We're going to watch this video of Vietnam vets. Notice a lot of them are amputees, Brendan. Maybe you'll stop complaining about your knee pain if you watch this video.
Oh, my God. That's what he's suing over?
Well, he goes, I can't believe the coach did that.
That's funny.
So that was the
I would laugh in my kids' face because, you know, kids, okay, here's the thing with kids.
Oh, my God.
Kids are whiny. Do you like, I'm sorry. My son's almost 10, right? And I am super sore because I'm due in less than 2 weeks. So I'm like mega into 9 months pregnant, right?
Right.
And I'll just be like, oh, my back. And he's like, yeah, my back hurts too. And he's like playing Nintendo Switch. I'm like, okay. And he'll be like, my legs, but baseball. I'm like, you'll be fine. Like, kids whine a lot.
They do, Kenzie. But in this situation, Brendan had legitimate.
Funny.
Brendan had legitimate knee injuries, and so that's what the coach said. Again, we're gonna watch this video of
knee
Vietnam
injuries.
vets
So where does his knee injuries come from again?
for playing basketball because he's a basketball star.
He's fine.
Kenzie, come on, knee injuries happen. It hurts. Do you think that? So you're saying? Do you think it was warranted for him to say, "Watch this video of vets that are amputees"?
You're telling me.
Yes.
You think about how much he had to whine. It was probably an inside joke with everyone. Like, oh, here he comes in his knees. We're all gonna have to hear about him.
I don't think that's the case here.
How many? You guys know, as dudes, how many sore knee jokes do you think he got? Honestly,
oh, it's not fair.
It's quite a bit.
That's brutal. You're right.
See?
Yeah, but okay.
But he should still have knees. They shouldn't be amputated from his body.
Wait. The coach never said, I'm going to cut your legs off. He just said, look, other people's legs get cut off. Maybe you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what he said. Well, Kenzie might be the new coach over there at Hinsdale South.
God, can you imagine Kenzie coaching a boys basketball team? The amount of sprints they'd have to run.
Good Lord.
Oh, God.
It'd make Hoosiers look like a picnic in the park.
She'd be such a hard ass. God.
She'd be out there. You guys are terrible. You know what I did in my day?
God, I just stop whining. You're 16.
Okay,
Your knees hurt. It's going to be a long life, buddy.
Having a lot of PTSD from an a-hole coach in high school, I relate to Brendan. And I go, this guy's ridiculous. Now,
people need to learn how to deal with people who suck because there's going to be a lot of them.
That's true. I agree with that. But still, they ended up, so he thinks basically, because he complained about that across the line, his mom said, that he got cut then the next season by the new coach in retaliation from what he did complaining about the coach. So that's what happened there in that situation. And my God, that coach is a bit much. That guy.
That's so funny.
I didn't expect you to think it was funny.
I think that's so funny.
You really, with all the stories that are coming out about what coaches are saying in locker rooms right now, you have to ask yourself what's going on, because you have this where, again, he's showing high schoolers Vietnam footage and saying, look, this is what happens. These guys got amputated. Shut up about your knee pain. There was also the Buffalo Bills coach where the story came out this year that he complimented the 9/11 hijackers on their teamwork, and he encouraged the Buffalo Bills to play like that. What are we doing? What happened to work hard, play hard?
Yeah, there's other ways to motivate.
Play like a champion today. Sold. Got it.
Instead of showing people an amputee and saying, hey, maybe think about that next time your knee hurts, Brendan. Good Lord.
Do you think he had, in school, when you had like a substitute and the teacher would have to wheel in a TV and it was like a big box TV and then they put in a VHS? Do you think he had a VHS of the Vietnam War footage?
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
I would actually love to see how that played out. And that's what they allege in the lawsuit there. And the people are fighting to keep the current coach.
Can I be honest?
You've been pretty honest. Go ahead.
I think you've been pretty honest.
People, okay, so I had an actual cast because my ankle popped out of the socket. So I had a cast. And because of that, when I was in high school, I had a pass that would allow me to be up to 2 minutes late for class because I had to limp across the schoolyard.
I bet you milked that quite a bit.
Oh my God. I was already late anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
But whatever. But anywho, I walk into class, I don't know, about 30 seconds late with my huge boot and my pass. And my social studies teacher made everyone stand up and clap and call me the actress of the year. And I'm like, well, the cast is real.
Right.
And I don't know. And I literally have a pass from your boss saying it's okay.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, oh, boo-hoo. Are you kidding me? Your knee was sore.
Oh, so Kenzie's allowed to whine with a cast on.
That's exactly.
But Brendan,
I didn't whine. Guess who didn't get sued? That teacher.
How did you do it again? How'd you break your leg or hurt your leg?
Oh, so trampolines is why I'm scared of them. I hate trampolines.
Were you trying to do a flip or anything?
No.
You're just jumping?
Did you fly off it?
No, somebody stole my bounce.
What does that mean?
It's like when someone's jumping and you come up to them without them noticing and they jump really close to you, so it knocks you, flings you.
And then both your knees kind of buckle because they hit at the wrong time with you.
Right, but my ankle popped. I couldn't walk. I hate trampolines.
Oh, good Lord.
Death trap. Our neighbor is moving, and they've had a trampoline in their backyard for 20 years. And they go, would you like this for free? I go, no! It's going to be nowhere near our house.
You fall to the ground and start shaking.
I hate trampoline. I don't even looking at them. I hate when there's a bunch of kids on them and it bends in the middle. It freaks me out.
Hey, Brendan, if you think your knee hurts, check out Kenzie on a trampoline.
Yeah, my ankle actually popped on out, so shut it.
Well, listen, Brendan had a legitimate knee. I'm siding with Brendan on this. Listen, he had a legitimate knee injury, and that's what the coach did. But who was a bit much in your life? 312-591-8300, because I think everybody can relate to that in a situation having an a-hole coach. It's just a bit much. Don't bring up Vietnam references. We're playing basketball. Jesus. 312-591-8300. And Kevin's checking in from Bolingbrook. Kevin, what's up, man?
Hey, man. How are you guys?
We're doing great. So who's a bit much in your life?
My mom. But I'm going to be honest. We have completely different definitions of a bit much.
Okay, well, what's yours?
So I'm in college, right? I'm a sophomore. I'm a sophomore in college, and every day it's something different with my mom. Kevin, you forgot to clean up your underwear off the floor in your room. Kevin, clean up your socks. Or, Kevin, you forgot to pick your plate up off the table. It's something different every day, and it drives me insane.
Sounds like you don't remember anything, though.
Yeah. ADHD
Good
will do
Lord.
that.
Sounds like your place is a mess.
Jesus.
A little bit, but it's not horrible. I've seen worse.
So what you're saying is your mom didn't pull out a DVD and go, listen, Kevin, watch this video of these amputees and maybe you put your underwear away.
She's definitely threatened it. She's definitely threatened some unique measures.
She's probably like, I'm going to cut your hands off because you don't use them anyways. Look at this mess.
She said that. Yeah, she said that.
Oh, well, maybe you should report her then.
What?
No, like it's
You guys
not
are
like
soft.
seriously, but like it's not. It's not cool. I'm not gonna report her. It's not serious.
Oh, sure. Walk around with no hand and then see how serious it is.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we're talking about people that are just a bit much in your life. Somehow,
Much.
just a bit much. However you define that. 312-591-8300. Let's see what that means to Erica checking in from St. John. Erica, ahoy, welcome in.
Good morning, ahoy. How are you guys?
Doing amazing.
So when I was a junior in high school, I was pulled into my guidance counselor's office. And a little backstory, I was on like National Honor Society.
You know what, Erica? Your phone is really breaking up. I want to hear this story so bad, but I don't want to kind of get through where we kind of hear half the words there. Can you call back real quick, Erica? I'm going to let you go real quick and then just call back. I want to hear from you. But let's go to Terry in Sugar Grove. Terry, ahoy.
Ahoy, what's happening, guys?
What's up, buddy? So who was a bit much in your life?
Oh, man. So my old Taekwondo instructor, man, very serious guy, took his job very, very, very seriously. And we were in class one day. He's showing us all these different stances, these different moves, and he shows us this one called the monkey, where essentially he just jumped and grabbed onto your upper torso with all his body. And I wasn't prepared for it, so my foot bent backwards, and I heard a snap, and he kept yelling at me. He's like, get up, get up, get up. Well, every time I'd stand up, I kept falling over, and I couldn't figure out why. So I went to the doctor next day, and he broke all 5 bones in my right foot.
Oh, my God.
Holy crap.
Pain does not exist in this dojo.
You're like, it exists in my foot.
Like, wax on, wax off, Mr. Miyagi. Like,
Holy crap. Did you ever go back to class then?
they actually told me I had to leave because I was too much of a liability.
Wait,
Oh
you-
my God. Your foot's the problem here.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
It's all my fault. Shame on me.
Did you end up continuing Taekwondo, that journey, or are you done with it?
I ended up giving that up, and I actually went into professional paintball instead. It was a little less risky, but, a little bit more fun.
Hell yeah, brother. All right.
Yeah, man.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate you checking in. Erica's back now to tell her story. Erica, ahoy.
I am ahoy. I hope you can hear me better.
Oh, much better phone, much more soothing. Okay, here we go.
So,
Who was a bit much in your life?
Well, my guidance counselor, my junior year guidance counselor, she sat us down in our junior year to start talking about college and what our future aspirations might be. And, like most kids, I was like, I'm going to be pre-law or pre-med. And she tells me, so a little backstory, we had a history teacher in our school that had to wear a big shoe because one leg was significantly shorter than the other. And she tells me that Mr. Hoffman may want to run the Chicago Marathon with all of his heart, but some things aren't going to happen.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
No, I was on National Honor Society. I wasn't a bad student, but apparently I was aiming too high for my guidance counselor.
Oh, my God.
So what did you end up doing after all that? Did you listen to that advice?
Well, she was a jerk. I'm a nurse, so I didn't go pre-med because screw all that school, but I am a nurse.
All right.
I believe in you. You sound bubbly and motivated.
Yes.
It is.
Thank you, Kenzie.
You are welcome, girl. It is interesting. I always felt like the people who go too hard, like coaches and teachers and stuff, are the ones that are hoping like a movie gets made after them. You know what I mean? Like that's what they're striving for.
Waiting for another blind side that's false.
Yeah, and it's like it's not gonna happen, Captain, because like you're the worst.
Yeah.
I had a teacher. I'm gonna call her out because she's the worst teacher ever. Her name's Mrs. Stipple, and
What a name.
No,
Well, she didn't get-
she
she
was the
didn't-
worst.
First off, before you even tell the story, she got made fun of so much with a name like Stiffle. What rhymes with Stiffle?
Stipple.
Stipple, nipple. Oh,
She's the worst.
Yeah.
She was so mean. And I remember on the first day of class, I understand that I talk a lot. I get that. But I actually wasn't talking. I was taking notes. And she screamed at me to shut up in front of everybody. That's what she said. And I'm like, I didn't even know she was talking to me. I'm like, taking notes. She's like, you shut up. And I look up and she goes, yeah, you. I'm talking. You don't talk while I talk. And It was actually the girl behind me, and the girl behind me told her later because she felt bad. Instead of apologizing to me in front of everybody, she apologized in private because she wanted to look like a total badass. But she told me that if she were my parent, she'd be really worried and concerned about my future. And I was in honors class. This was an honors class. And I literally was about to go to college on scholarship. And I was like, well, thank God you're not my mom, because I think I would have ran away as like a kindergartner. You're the worst person I've ever met in my entire life. And
I wonder what good old Miss Stipple's up to.
Yeah, right? And I'm like, sorry. Like, I did well, you think I can't shoot for the stars? Well, how far did you make it? Like, we're both in this hellhole right now. Oh, same spot.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. That was the first GTFO, Blink in Miami. Keep listening today, 11 a.m. with Lauren again, her chance at Fallout Boy in Los Angeles. And then Monday morning, 7 a.m., GTFO shifts to Foo Fighters in San Diego.
Ooh,
Are you kidding?
San Diego.
So this keeps going for weeks here with the biggest bands in the most luxurious places for you, free trips. So stay here and be here for them. Q101.com is all the info, more on the times. We're talking about people that were a bit much. It started with talking about the Hinsdale basketball coaches. Just in a brief summary of it, a coach last year showed a video of Vietnam vets that are amputees to a kid that had knee injuries, and he goes, hey, maybe next time you think your knee hurts, why don't you think about this video?
Oh, my God.
So anyway, people are a bit much. A lot of people are checking in with coaches and teachers on this one.
We got the wildest text. Can I read this?
Yeah, go ahead.
224 texted in, and this blew me away. He goes, I loved our motivation from our sophomore baseball coach. He used to say, you guys are so bad, you should just go home and kill yourselves.
What?
Surprisingly, he was let go.
Shocker.
That's insanity.
Good Lord.
What is wrong with people?
I mean, I got to say, though, like that fear motivation thing, that was the old way of coaching. Coaches back
What is that? That's not even like
Go
fear.
kill yourself. Jesus.
Like, what about that makes you go, I now want to climb this mountain?
No, I would play better if that was on the table. I would feel the ground balls a little bit cleaner.
I got to say.
You're like, I'm worth nothing.
But if I catch a ball for Coach Thompson, I'm going to really feel good about myself. It was that way. That's how kids react. That's how I reacted to football coaches back in the day. They would say the most vile things. I was telling Kenzie during that song, I had a football coach that says, no one goes home, start running until someone pukes. And I'm like, can you imagine that today?
I mean, I don't know. I was in high school less than a decade ago, and there was still stuff like that going on. I think it's still very prevalent. I mean, I didn't have to watch Vietnam War footage like they did in Hinsdale, but still.
Well, everyone's got their own signature move.
I'd like to think there's a coaches conference where all these high school coaches that didn't, make it in life and now they coach high school sports instead, they all get together and they're like, pool their lesson plans together. It's like, I'm showing them Vietnam. I'm showing the Korean War. I told these kids to go kill themselves.
Let me write that one down.
That's good. That's good.
Can you email me that one just to remind me so I don't forget that one?
What led into it? Tell me exactly what I need to use it.
God. A bit much. People that are a bit much. And Dakota's checking in. Sometimes I'd say Dakota is the moral barometer of the show. She checks in on some of the things we're talking about. She brings it back real. That's just a guess I have here on Dakota. Am I right about that, Dakota, sometimes?
Oh, you are very much right, and I appreciate that.
Okay, go ahead. What do you want? What's on your mind?
All right, so definitely not coach or sports related, but I have somebody very close to me in my life who will remain unnamed, and every single thing that is bought or consumed immediately gets a masking tape label with Sharpie on it saying the expiration date. So that goes for medication like aspirin, goes for cereal, for coffee, for literally like anything and everything. And I'm like, this is much. This is a lot much.
Okay, that is on the different spectrum of being a bit much, but they're labeling everything with the expiration date.
Yes.
Wow.
And so, I mean, it literally goes as far as, like, I mean, anything that you consume, anything. I mean, I'm just like, oh, my God. I mean, the expiration date is, like, for 2027. Why do you have to put this on here? Okay, I promise. It's going to be gone by then.
And also, it's kind of visible on the bottles or whatever boxes that you're buying of food or medicine or whatever usually. So they just want to make it bigger.
Yes. So it's, like, right there front and center. And it's, like, every single thing you see is EXP and then, like, 10-24 or 11-28. I'm like, oh, my God.
I got to say, my OCD is kicking in, and it's kind of appealing. It's kind of feeling soothing about that. Maybe I may start doing that. I don't know. It just feels nice.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, well, I don't blame me.
I won't.
Don't blame me.
All right, thanks, Dakota, for checking in.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we go. And Dakota, as she reminded us last week, make sure you get out there and give some blood because she did that last week, and there's big blood shortages out there. Find a place you can do it at and help out because massive problems right now with blood donations.
There is a huge shortage.
Huge shortage going on right now. So go out and give blood if you can. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and it's time to look at news going on in and around Chicagoland, in your neighborhood, even in the state of Illinois, and talk about three big stories that hit this week. For example, proposed ordinance to tighten regulations on so-called dollar stores in Chicago held off on a final vote on Wednesday. So Wednesday was supposed to happen where they wanted to apparently limit the amount of dollar store, like let's say it's a Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar stores. I don't know which is the most popular of those three. Do you guys know? Of like what's the busiest or what's the case? Do you know that by chance too? Or
I mean, I prefer the Dollar Tree.
You prefer Dollar Tree?
Yeah. I just like the colors of it. I like the vibes. I feel like it's a little bit more of an adventure. I feel like Dollar General, and maybe it's just because of the name, but you have to go in there with a purpose. Dollar Tree, you can sort of loiter at. You know what I mean?
I feel like Dollar Tree is more popular in the north because I think in the south, Family Dollar, like the big orange, because they're big. People have them instead of like Walmarts and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I see a lot of those like in more southern states.
Got it. I don't know what our listeners prefer. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar. Sounds like a great Twitter poll.
I would love to know. Or, because I know this isn't included in the poll, but did you guys grow up with Big Lots?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Big Lots.
But that's not. Big Lots is kind of expensive now. So,
Is it?
Oh my God, we have one next to a Hobby Lobby out here in Elgin, and
What a poppin' area.
Okay, and so I was like,
Your home value must be through the roof.
so you know how we do it.
She in that Two Furnace neighborhood.
Got that good. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
So I was like looking for stuff for the baby shower when I had it a few months back, and I wanted to buy some of like. You don't use it again, right? So I'm like, I'm over here looking for like, yeah, let's get some like $1 candle holders and things like that. I went to Big Lots, which should be called like Big Joke. Okay, it was like everything was so expensive. Because it was near Christmas. My baby shower was like during December, right? So they had all the holiday stuff up, and I'm like, oh, this might be a good like place to get holiday stuff. I am telling you, it was more expensive. Their outdoor stuff, like for the yard, was more expensive than the stuff that's at like Menards and everything.
Huh. Now,
Significantly more. Like there was like a reindeer and it was like $50. I'm like, what is going on? I thought this was like, I know that Big Lots isn't a dollar store, but I thought it had like more like Five Below energy. Where like, yeah, there's a few things that are a little more, a few things that are a little less. I was shocked.
That's what I was just going to say. I don't have the branding in my head that Big Lots is a discount place.
Oh, I did.
Do you? Okay, I didn't have that vibe. So
A good deal, not $1, but a good deal. I'm like, this is a legitimate ripoff.
But I'm way off base because Kenzie just mentioned Five Below, and I just went in Five Below for the first time. I'm not kidding. Before I went in there, I thought it was an ice store. I thought everything was. I'm not kidding. I thought it was an ice store.
What does that mean? What do you mean? You thought
like
it was
Five Below Zero? Like everything in there's cold?
Like I thought they had different types of ice and ice-related sculptures and things like that. I'm not kidding. I thought it was an ice store where you could buy ice and ice-related accessories. And then my girlfriend went there to get candy, and I was like, what's that doing at Five Below? She's like, what do you mean? That's the entire store.
Yeah,
so I learned my lesson.
Do you know what it means, Five Below, then now?
I guess it means $5 below dollars.
Yes, but everything in there, $5 or less.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It's a
Because
great.
Things
blue,
are more than
like
that.
the sign's blue. I just thought it was all icy.
Yeah, things are definitely gone up, and they're not always under $5. Just like the dollar stores, not everything there is $1 either anymore. It used to be, but economy world sucks now.
I hate when I'm at the world sucks.
The world sucks now.
Yeah,
I hate when I'm at the dollar store and I pick something up and it's a Target price. I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah. Herm checked in, by the way, one of our crew members, just to give a random sample. He says Dollar Tree slaps, and they have frozen food too.
That's right. Shouts out.
So what this was, by the way, is this proposal to tighten regulations on so-called dollar stores in the Chicago area because they say there's lots of complaints of trash strewn around the stores, understaffing, and unresponsive management. So they want to not just keep them popping up everywhere until they fix this kind of problem. Now, they put it off till the next meeting. They kind of put it out there as a shot across the bow to get people to think about it. And the dollar store's parent company have been talking with other aldermen around Chicago, making promises ahead of the vote, saying, hey, we're going to clean up and we're going to get people in the stores working. And I agree. When you go in a store like that, you can't find anybody. I can't find one person to help you. Not that maybe need that much help in a dollar store, but
Yeah, what are you trying to find that you need help for?
I don't know. I just need to know what's in what aisle. Help me out. Can I just have one person to help me?
You can't just walk around the dollar store?
They have signs above the aisles.
I know, but I don't.
And say what's in them.
If I'm going to a dollar store, I want to be in and out in 3 minutes. I'm not going to browse.
Here's the deal. You're not going to get a chauffeur at the dollar store. Know where you are.
I understand.
He wants when you walk into like a Louis Vuitton and then you immediately get a sales associate who will walk around with you and like hold your bags. That's the experience Brian wants at Dollar Tree.
1,000%. Hey,
Oh my
listen,
God.
I pay taxes.
What?
Well, let me get to the bottom of this. What are you looking for at the dollar store that you can't find?
One person to help.
A person.
Just one person. Hey.
Well, that'll be $1 if you want help.
And you know I'm the king of small talk. If I'm leaving, I like to talk to everybody where I go.
I know.
I know. That's probably why they're not walking up to you.
They're hiding in the back. Here comes Brian.
I'm like, no, thank you.
They've got a sign with your face on the door.
Let him
Don't
bu-
engage in small talk. It's like don't feed the pigeons.
He's coming here to buy a corkscrew. Let him get out of here. Just some Slim Jims and get out.
We have to get back to our families too, Brian.
That's right. Well, we'll keep you updated on the vote that happens later on this. I don't know if it's a huge problem. I don't know. Again, where you guys are, you guys always check in with us as our reporters in your area. If you think they're all got dirt in front of them and trash.
I just think there's a lot going on in Illinois and Chicago. And when I saw this article, I thought it was funny that it's like, we're cracking down on dollar stores.
a few other problems to deal with.
I'm like, okay, well.
A couple more of them go up. It's not going to be bad. How about fixing the potholes?
I'm like, I don't know. I just think there's other things going on.
Well, here's a brighter local story involving Chipotle in Rolling Meadows. If you live in that area, they're getting a Chipotle with a Chipotlane.
Period,
Love
baby.
that. Now, have you ever seen a Chipotle with a drive-thru? Ever?
No.
Even outside of Chicago, I've never seen one anywhere.
I'm so excited about this Chipotlane. This is going to be on and popping. It's in Rolling Meadows. I always go to Rolling Meadows. There's great food options over there, including an Arby's.
Well, there you go. Well, clearly you got your thing set out. You're gonna do a bang bang lunch, Arby's and the Chipotlane.
Listen, there's a Chipotle, which is getting a Chipotlane. There's a Pita Pita. There's an Arby's. There's a Cooper's Hawk. It's a fabulous little area.
So according to the story, there's 159 Chipotles in Illinois. That's incredible. And this one's going to be at 1458 Gulf Road, by the way. So it's replacing another Rolling Meadows location at 1121. So it's just down the street on Gulf Road, and it's going to have the Chipotlane. But also, this is dangerous because Chipotle does not have a drive-through mostly, it stops me from going there sometimes. I go, I'm not going to get out of the car and go in, even though it's really fast. I don't feel like it. If they have a Chipotlane, I'm going to go more often. I'm not in Rolling Meadows very often, but I might make the trip. I don't know.
When you come meet the baby, you can stop at Rolling Meadows.
That's amazing. The drive-thru will also initially be reserved for pickup digital orders, but the same thing. You just order it there and you get it and get out. Don't get out of your car. It's amazing. Finally, another story here, the final local story. Illinois wants to end testing requirements for senior drivers. Another proposal downstate. So Springfield wants to end the requirement that people 75 or older take a driver's test to renew their licenses. Now, apparently, according to Jeff Keitcher, the Republican whose district includes Kane, DeKalb.
That sounds racist. I don't like that last name. That's a tough one.
Keitcher?
It just sounds like it's not good to say.
I understand what Kenzie's trying to say. It doesn't sound like anything. It just has a bad vibe.
Jeff Kiter.
Have you ever just seen or read something and go, I don't know, but it's racist?
Something's wrong.
I'm not sure.
I can't put my finger on it, but it doesn't feel good.
I don't like it.
I'm not getting those vibes off Kiter. That's just
I bet
me.
you're not.
I don't know what the hell you're talking
Like,
about.
I like this word. I'm going to keep saying
Yeah,
it.
Jeff Kiter. So he's replying the proposal saying Illinois is the only state in the United States that does this. It's time to trust our seniors.
I disagree.
I kind of do.
No. I disagree.
And I kind of do too, because we've seen it on the news when someone drives through a house, they miss a turn. And what's the biggest deal about somebody 75 that still wants to drive and still capable to take a test? Why not? I'm glad we have that law. That's a pretty good one.
What do you mean time to trust our seniors? Like, you get to a certain age where, and this doesn't happen to everybody, but there's a lot of issues, obviously, where you don't make the most sound decisions, and we know that. That's why, like, kids help with their parents and stuff when they get older.
It's science. I mean, everything starts to get worse as you get older. Now there's people that say, I love this. Kaiser said he went to he has been an insurance agent for nearly 30 years as well in Rockford, and he knows seniors who have been driving for 60 years and never had a crash or a ticket. I mean, I don't know if that's the selling point on this, to not test all of them.
I don't know, different times, because like when my dad's not that old, like he's 59 as of recently. And he remembers vividly that they were, like, allowed to drive drunk. So to be like, oh, he's never had a ticket, it's like different rules now.
Yeah, maybe we should go with it.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We were just talking about several subjects going on in Illinois, including a Chipotle lane going into Rolling Meadows.
Yeah, baby.
Right on Gulf Road, replacing another Chipotle that didn't have one of those. And it's for digital orders only, but that's okay. It's the same thing as a drive-thru. You just order it on the app quick, and then you go in and pick it up, and you're out of there. But I said I've never seen a Chipotle with a drive-thru. And Kenzie, I think you agreed with me, right?
I haven't seen one.
In case you hadn't seen one either?
No, I'm not a big Chipotle guy. I'm not super familiar with all of their locations.
Okay, just turn his microphone off. He's just going to come in here
exactly.
and be, yeah.
Well, I didn't say anything wrong.
You said you're not a big Chipotle guy.
I didn't say I spit on it.
Well,
I just said I'm not a big Chipotle guy.
Why is it too spicy for you?
Oh, that's a little much.
It's not spicy at all unless you add it, make it spicy.
The way they season their steak, it burns my mouth.
Season the chicken. It's
What?
I don't know. Sometimes their burritos are just, the breading is just a lot.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Well, getting back to the text line.
I don't think I said anything wrong. Go ahead, Brian.
Oh, sorry, surely you did. Apparently there's a Chipotle lane in Morris, Illinois. In Bloomingdale, a lot of people checking in that they've been there. One's been there for like 5 years. A Chipotle lane. The Chipotle in Woodstock has a drive-thru. Kenzie went to a baseball tournament there once with your kid, right? In Woodstock?
Yes, I did.
Bolingbrook. I just literally saw a Chipotle with a drive-thru in Bolingbrook. So apparently these are prevalent. I've never seen one. So got to get off these cities and go get
I guess we've been living under a rock. I haven't seen these anywhere.
You really stole Rolling Meadows' thunder. I thought they were all special. Turns out they're not.
I was trying to prop them up.
Way to be late to the game, Rolling Meadows. What took you so long?
God, yeah.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.